Good morning. Kelvin Hagan here with the Agape Morning Prayer. So excited to be here with you this morning. As I said, I'm Kelvin Hagan. I'm filling in for Reverend Caroline, who is, I believe, officiating a wedding this morning and was unable to be here this morning. So she's asked me to fill in for her. So I get to be here with you guys today. My joy. Okay, now, one of the first things I am going to do is I'm going to share this onto my Facebook page, and then I'm going to get over here to the comments. Now remember, this is a affirmative prayer time here in the morning. So you put your prayer requests, what you want to affirm is the truth in your life, over the comments. Put down just a hello, where you're from, whatever you like. And it'll be my joy to go through all those, some with you here, and some after we've ended this call. So let me see here. Let me go to Agape International Spiritual Center. And I'm going to share this directly onto my wall as well, where it may reach one or two people that it might not have reached otherwise. There we go. Well, good morning, everybody. So awesome to have everybody here with me. I'm going to switch to just my reading glasses because they just do a little better on the computer than those are these days. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. Who do we have here? We got Lee. Good morning from Moore Park, California, right up the street. Jasmine. Hi, I'm happy to be here, and I am joyful. I am very happy to have you here with us, Jasmine. Portia, good morning. Jasmine, good morning. You're coming in from San Diego. Nice. Hi, Curtis. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy new day, new possibilities. Yes. And Portia, let's ask ourselves this morning, this start of this new week, wherever you are, what are the positunities? Because there are so many positunities everywhere. And I love that. Thank you. Good afternoon. Hi, Della. Portugal, yes. Naomi from Malibu. Hi, Naomi. How you doing? Nice to see you here this morning. Zane. Happy to be alive. What a time to be alive. I affirm the greatest things are happening. And they are, Zane. That is it. I am grateful for the wonderful flow of life in my life as my life. Good morning from Calistoga. Hi, John. Suzanne, also from Calistoga. Peace and love. Pippin, hi. Happy to be surrounded by you. Yes, Jasmine. I get that so much. It's the way I feel when I get to do this prayer in the morning. But when I'm not doing the prayer and I'm just in it, it's a joy to have this spot to just go to at the start of my day. And I know some people are all around the world. This isn't always the start of everybody's day. But it really is a joy to be able to have this. Ira here, love ya. Pippin, peace and love from Detroit. Celeste, Barbara from Good Grand Rising from Monroe. Pippin's in Mesa, Arizona. Nice. Thankful to pray with people all over the world. You bet. Lenore, Deborah, San Francisco. Good. Destiny, good morning from Portland, Oregon. Gail, Los Angeles. Amazing grace is flowing through the prayer room to everyone. It is. It absolutely is. Oh, this thing is doing that thing again. God's good morning. From Valley Glen. Hi, Pia. Prayers for safe travels and faith and hope for all things will serve humanity in the world. I'm grateful for my grand rising. Thank you, God. Everything is always serving the world, and everything is always working for our greatest good. Sometimes we just got to look a little bit deeper. Love that. Thank you. Okay, so I'm pulling out a book here. The book I got, this is this thing called Life. I didn't really have something prepared because I'm filling in here, and I don't always have something prepared, and that's okay. But I opened it directly to this page, and I liked it. And I got a whole lot of underline on this page when I'm reading the book. Now this is from this thing called Life, which, by the way, I'm going to be teaching a class on this starting on Wednesday, June 25th, after the spiritual liberation class that Reverend Kim is teaching, which I'm facilitating and is done. I will be teaching a class. You can find it on my Facebook page. Based on this thing called Life by Ernest Holmes, which is all about healing, how we heal ourselves and others, spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer. You might have heard about it before. So, love to have you join me there. So many great things going on. Please do take the time to go to agapelive.com. Look at all the things there and tuning into the services. And don't just tune in. If you're anywhere near LA, come on in. It's just a beautiful place to be and experience. You can, at the end of the service, there's a spot where practitioners go, and you can come and get prayer in person. And it's always my joy to be helping out with that line, or to be giving prayer there when I'm not helping out with the line. We're doing other service. It's just wonderful. And one of the things I love too is every week somebody comes up to me that knows me from here and says hello, and we get to hug and see each other in person. It's a beautiful thing, absolutely beautiful thing. So this spot I've chosen is on page 88. This is an older book, and I believe the pages are the same in the newer books. It's in chapter 8. And it starts out here at the top of 88. This is a great read. Great read. If the gift of life is already made, then our part must be to accept, receive, believe in, and use it. Life has endowed our thought with creativeness. Through ignorance, we have brought about the very disasters we seek emancipation from. What then should we do? We should reverse the process. Just what does that actually mean? It means that we should carefully watch our thought world, straighten it out, correct it, re-educate it, until finally the subjective reaction of our thought, the automatic, mechanical, and habitual reactions of our thought pass from a negative into an affirmative state. The law of life operates upon the images of your thought. If your thought is restricted and unhappy, you will be causing it to create restricting and unhappy circumstances. Only a 2-inch stream of water can flow through a 2-inch pipe. A gallon measure will hold but 4 quarts. This would be true even though you dipped the measure into the ocean. You are not limiting the ocean, nor causing it to be evil because you dip up 4 quarts instead of a barrel. The ocean has no desire to limit you. In a personal sense, it can only give you what you take. For your taking is its givingness in the form of your taking. This is one of the greatest lessons in life. It is done unto you as you believe. Now I love that. The ocean is huge and wide. And if we're going to the ocean with a small bucket, we can't take that much of the ocean with us. But the ocean is still there and available to us. The simplicity of the abundance in that statement. It is done unto you as you believe. And it goes on to say here, the law of life is like a mirror. It reflects back to you the images of your thoughts in exactly the way you think them. You cannot say that it is little or that it gives you but a small portion of itself when your own thought patterns are limiting this gift. Life has already delivered everything it has to you, but in your personal experience, even that which it has given must, of a necessity, be limited to that which you take. Wow, right? It is done unto you as you believe. So, the law operates upon the images of your thought. So what are your thoughts on a given day? What percentages of my thoughts are about the positivities in life and not the negativities in life? Or the negativities? Because life is so filled with so many opportunities to lift ourselves up. The ocean is right there, and all we got to do is jump in. Go to the ocean with a big old barrel. So much of our lives we live where we're going to the ocean with a little tiny shot glass. You know, we can pray all we want for something. God's not out there to fill us up with what we what we beg him for. God's already given us the kingdom. It's up to us to whether or not we choose to live in that kingdom, or we choose to, well, let's say, to live in that kingdom of joy or not. So, Destiny, leaning on my wisdom. Oh, where'd it go? I wanted to read that one out loud. Let's see. Leaning on my wisdom, trusting that my desire for continued growth and learning is also life's desire for me, that everything I need comes from within. Everything comes from within, and acceptance that it is here for you and being done for you, yes. I accept, believe, and believe the use what God has gifted me. Yes, Della. Hi, Tahita. Good morning from Florida. Tracy, good morning. Deborah, amen. Continuing to affirm healing of my body temple. Love, peace, wholeness, divine right action. Abundance, prosperity, create, expression, loving, supportive, intimate relationships, new friends to hang out with, right new home and employment. Lenoris, it's already done. Where you are, God in all its glory and perfection is with you, as you, and as everything around you. Okay, Marilyn, good morning from Gainesville. Knowing the truth is divine protection and right connection and divine radical complete healing for family members, mind, body, and spirit, for friends and their loved ones. Knowing that where every one of those places is, Keisha, God is. Reverend Michael did this wonderful prayer yesterday towards the end of service where he just said the name of the people on the prayer list, and everybody in the congregation just said, God is here, or God is there, God is here. and I was so powerful. So I say that now, right now, with each and every one of us in each and every one of these prayers, God is here, right now. Okay. God is here now. That's right, Katie. Always in all ways. My positive thoughts harmonize and turn to joy. Yes, Scott, let that natural joy down inside of you pop out. Because it's there, it's always active. Absolutely no spot where God is not. Pippin, I affirm willingness to stay open to the miracle. Yes. One of my favorite questions, and I want you to really chew on this one, okay, folks? In fact, if you can, write it down. Am I willing to be open to the possibility that my entire life I've been living is different than what I've thought it was, is not the life I've been living? Or put anything else in it. Am I willing to be open to the possibility that? Am I willing to be open to the possibility, to the positunities? Because there are so many positunities in life. So many, so many. So let's go ahead and get into the prayer time. So we're going to take a minute, and I don't have a bell with me because I forgot to set it up. Oh, well. So as some of you all know, when I ring the bell, we go into 3 breaths of silence. So since I don't have a bell right here, I'm going to go ahead and do it with a knock. A knock, because there's a knocking on the door. Am I going to answer that knock? Well, I'm going to answer that knock with 3 breaths. So we ready? I live in gratitude. I am grateful this morning. Grateful that I woke up. I got to roll over and hit the snooze button. Grateful that I woke up. I could feel my first breaths. And I paid attention to the first breaths I took while I was lying there in my bed, consciously breathing and feeling so grateful for each and every breath as I could feel it going into my lungs and breathing out of my lungs. I am grateful for the time yesterday that I spent at the Triangular Spiritual Center first thing in the morning, and then at Agape a little bit later in the morning. I got to be surrounded by the wonderful conscious love of God. I am grateful for my body and the wonderful things that are taking place in my body right now, consciously and unconsciously, healing, moving forward, growing and expanding. I am grateful for the very life that is lifing in and through and as me. I am grateful for each and every one of us here on this prayer time, this time in this thoughtful prayer time, this time that we are taking for a little bit of spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer, affirming the truth. I am grateful that I get to be here with us. And where am I? I'm right here inside this one thing. And this one thing is the life of God. Lifing. Here it is, lifing right here. This thing called life is just taking place right here as everything. It's taking place as my two kitties that greeted me this morning. It's taking place as the cars that are driving by my window. It's taking place as the trees and the flowers that are blooming everywhere and filling the air with this amazing, wonderful, healing, strengthening my immune system pollen. It is God taking place as everything. And the simplicity of it. If it is God. No spot where God is not. God is. And let's put a period at the end of that. God is. Boop. Period. What does that mean? It means that there is nowhere, no thing that is outside of this perfect being that is the one life of God. Wow. Everything means everything, people. That star in the sky, that dandelion popping out of that beautiful green lawn with that wonderful yellow dot. The crows that come visit me in my backyard. The clients that I work with all over LA and around the world. God is everywhere, has everything. So what does that make me? I am the created creator that is created in and as God. That everything that God creates, and I am one of these things created inside that life of God, is the perfect life of God created as me. Created as me. I get to be me as God. This is true of me. This is true of you. You are. Each and every one of you is the living, lifing experience of God as you. How special is that? How much of a miracle is that? And how much of that miracle are you accepting in your life as your life and living those positivities? Because you are, we are what God is. As I take a breath in, I feel that. And as I take another breath in, I acknowledge that what I'm breathing in is the life of God, and I'm breathing it into the life of God. And I take a third breath. Knowing that inside that life of God, everything is always and forever working for my greatest good. I know and I believe that what I am and who I am is always working for my greatest good. that I am the divine life of God. Knowing this about me and knowing this about you, I know that right where you are, the perfect life is taking place as God. So as we move forward, knowing that it is done unto you as you believe, I believe and know that you are the perfect life of God. You are the perfect health of God. You are experiencing the perfect wealth in God as God. You are experiencing the abundant love of God. You are what God is, right here, right now. So as I evoke from myself this image of perfection that I hold in my mind's eye, right here, right now, of each and every one of us, each and every one of you, I know that where you are, God is. How do I know this? Because you are there. God is because you are. God is because I am. So as I look around the world and I see many things out picturing in physical form in ways that don't seem loving, I know that in those places, God is, and healing and expansion are taking place. I know that in my body and in the body of each one of us, there are things going on to get our attention and to bring us back around to knowing that where I am, where you are, where we are, God is. Sometimes it just gets so simple that when I'm doing these prayers, I just know that all things are taking place in exactly how they're supposed to take place in order for us to expand and grow. We never lose. We win and we learn. This is what God is bringing us. Everything that brings to us, each person that we see when we're walking down the street and looking back at us, each of their souls has a soul contract with our soul, right here, right now. And it may just be that one moment that that person passes through your life. But what gift did they give you as they walked by? What gift have you radiated out to others as you've looked in their eyes and smiled or said hi to somebody in the supermarket? How is God communicating with me through everybody else? And how am I communicating my love which is the love beauty of God, out to them? For it is done unto me as I believe. If it is done unto me as I believe, where are my thoughts? So today I put my thoughts on the joyful love and expansion that this world has. I put my thoughts on the idea of pure abundance, which is the truth. I fast from the idea of lack, and I feast on the truth of abundance. Join me. Take today and say to yourself, today is a day that I get to be me as God. I get to experience that. Today, I get to see the love of God in everything that passes my way. I get to see and be the love of God radiating out to this universe. Because it is done unto me as I believe. I am that I am. The kingdom of God has already been delivered to me. What am I doing with this kingdom that has been given to me? So, as I know that there are prayers in here, that people are posting things and people are thinking things and people are aware of things that are not fully out picturing the way they'd like it to. And what I know is that each and every one of these prayers, God is there already answering. And I know that each and every one of us, we're all right already. Because God doesn't make any mistakes. So as I move forward through this day, knowing that God's got my back. God's got my back. Knowing that my life doesn't begin and end with my body. Knowing that who and whose I am is so much more. I give thanks. I give thanks for the joy in my heart. I give thanks for the abundance of God in my life. I give thanks for the truth of the oneness of all things. I give thanks for knowing that I can choose to take a barrel to the ocean, and the ocean will fill that barrel for me. I give thanks for the absolute truth of the oneness of God in and as all things. And then I let it go. I let it go. I stop trying to understand each and everything that takes place in my life in such detail. I just know, is it serving me or not? And then I let it go. I release it. I release it into the one life, the one love. I release it. I let it go. I surrender my expectations. And I let it go, knowing that I am what God is. So I'm releasing this into myself and into the universe at large. I let it go. And I say, and so it is. Amen. It is done. It is done now. It is done unto me as I believe. It is done unto you as you believe. I believe I'm going to have a joyful day. Wow. So nice to fill in for Reverend Carolyn this morning. Again, I'm Kelwin Hagan. Love being here. If you're new to Agape and here, welcome. So glad you stumbled on us. If you're a regular and you're here a lot, thank you for coming back. If anybody needs personal prayer, look me up, Kelwin Hagan on Facebook. I take my calls and I call people back and I spend time with them. If you're interested in becoming more of who you are, go to agapelive.com and set yourself free inside these classes that they teach. The one right now that Reverend Kim is teaching on spiritual liberation, we had class 1. It's been recorded, and you can still sign up for it. And it's the next one's for tomorrow night. And I'd love to see you there. And I have my class coming up that I'm going to be teaching on spiritual liberation. You can go to my Facebook page and you can find the posts about that, or call me and I can answer any questions. Love to see you there. I also do my book club on a regular basis every Thursday night. We just read a chapter in a spiritual book and talk about it. Also on Monday nights, go to agapelive.com for the details. But a lot of people out there aren't aware that they have a free mini practitioner sessions that you can sign up with and talk to a practitioner as well. There's also, you can go to agapepractitioners.com and you can look up and read about 200 something practitioners and what they specialize in and what services they make available to others. From practitioner sessions, I see clients. A lot of people see clients. Go look them all up, read about them, find the one that resonates with you, send them a message, and talk to, like Reverend Michael talks about, talk to your own personal spiritual therapist, practitioner. So, I'm going to go over all these wonderful comments this morning. And divine speed, door opening in full, and God's purpose here on earth. Absolutely. Thank you, Destiny. I'm going to go over each of these. I'm already holding all of these prayers in my thoughts, all these affirmations, and just really remember, this is the greatest lesson of life. It is done unto you as you believe. So don't go down to the ocean with a little thimble. Don't take a shot glass. Don't just take a bucket. I mean, pull up to that ocean with a whole tanker truck. So, hear it here today and know, I love you. I love you. I love you. Life is perfect. Right here, right now. I love you. Peace.